Morning now. So, good morning, Ariana. How are you doing? Ariana, do you hear me? I can hear you. Let's check what happened.
Hello.
Yes,
Uh,
yes, but it's working now. How are you doing?
uh, Very good.
That's great. So, Ariana, first of all, today is Thursday. As every Thursday, we have homework. So please, the platform at the deadline is Sunday, right? Anyway, you're so responsible. And for today, we have the Pechacucha activity, right? So, are you ready?
Yes.
So let's
Just
start it.
give me 1 minute, please.
Okay, of course. No worries. Get ready. I don't know what happened with Mr. Javier. Maybe he has to work today. Okay, in the meantime, I'm going to take the attendance before I forget. Let me see. Teachers.
Okay. Um, Now I can a presentation, right?
Yes, of course. Go ahead.
My pechacucha, it's I don't know if it's a different, but I I I'm gonna like tell a movie, the history, the his- his-
The
story,
story. Okay, but it's
story.
okay. No worries. Go ahead. Thank you.
What? Uh, okay. So, the first image introduced a car as a quiet young boy who really uh, looks up to a famous ex, ex, explorer, Charles Mons. He is completely uh, focused on the adventure film, uh, wearing his simpler avatar uh, gear. This scene clearly shows his initial interest in exploring and his a great imagination. It is obvious that Carl dreamed of traveling to far away, uh, a desire that will soon become a goal he shared with someone else. So Edgar is just a shy boy walking alone with a single balloon in the neighborhood. This simple street scenes uh, shows the contrast between his inner dreams and his quiet uh, uh, reality. He is passing on about a house which he notices he this place will soon connect him to the biggest influence in his uh, life. And here she is, Ellie. A, a girl finds her playing in an empty house, which she has turned into a pretend aeroplane. She is a, a lively, a, a loud, and a full of a character. The complete opposite of a car. She im- immediately shared her a big dream of flying to Paradise Falls. She gives him her most important object, her wonderful and colorful adventure book. This image shows the open adventure book, which contains a simple map of South America. It is the important record of Ellis' planned trip to the legendary Paradise Falls. The map includes places like Argentina and Venezuela, showing how vast their journey will be. The book immediately becomes the a strong symbol of uh, their promise to have a great adventure together. Time passed, and we see a car and Ellie happily married. This simple picnic scenes shows their quiet happiness. Although the dream hasn't happened yet, their life is full of small, uh, lovely moments of friendship and joy. Their connection is built on deep love for each other. The promise to travel is still present, symbolized by the shared picnic basket, even as the years quickly go by. And now, older, the couple is still close, but their big dream is more visible in the form of a painting about the far place. The house on the cliff is a constant a, a reminder of their life's biggest uh, goal. They often try to save money for the trip, facing a minor problems, but their love remains strong. This picture says a lot about their continuing hope for that one final great experience. So Ellie is killing, but a car is uh, looking up at the painting of a paradise a falls with a very sad face. This image captures his deep sadness about the promise they never kept when they were uh, young. It shows him a struggle to accept that the dream is unfulfilled. This a moment of a deep a reflection leads to a final attempt. In one last effort to keep their a promise, Carl buys an econo a flight, a ticket for early to Venezuela. This ticket hidden inside of a picnic a, a basket shows the moment the dream seems possible again. The action is deeply meaningful. However, this image uh, quickly leads to the sad and difficult moment that uh, follows. This is the most difficult scene in the entire film. Ellie dies, leaving Carl completely sad and alone. The promise to go to a paradise falls feels like a big failure now. A car is left only with the memories and the house. The cycle example of their life together. The physical, sorry. His world is now completely different and silent. The visuals are now darker, reflecting a car's deep uh, uh, grief and his a new grungy routine. He's alone in the empty house, living in the past and wholly onto his sorrow. His simple life has become one of in insulation, only focus on memories. This quite a life, however, is about to suddenly interrupt. The city is starting to take over Carl's memories. His house stands strongly among large construction equipment. It shows the fight between modern development and keeping the past. A car is asked to sell, and he refused to leave the last physical connection uh, cruelly. He decides to take a bold action to escape his this reality and save his home. This is the moment a car first meets a Russell, the young wilderness, wilderness ex, ex, explorer who knocks on the door. A car is annoyed by the interruption to his big uh, plan. Uh, Russell needs his assistant, the elderly, batch uh, to completely his training. Carl tries to get rid of him by giving him a release, a release, a random task. The unexpected meeting is brief, but about to become permanent. To become permanent. The shot is a quiet, empty dining room with a single light on the table and two chairs. This emptiness represent Carl's final preparation and his emotional state before his escape. A car is circally preparing to leave, fearing he will be forced into an assisted living facility. He is about to make a spectacular depart. The house is now completely airborne, held up by thousands of colorful uh, 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 balloons. The two assisted living employees are shown uh, looking up and completely shocked and a surprise as a car files away. This scene is a pure a fantasy, a, showing a car's extreme action to keep his a, a, a promise. The unforgettable adventure has officially begun. The house is now seen floating high above the city with a group of pigeons flying next to it. This image is a beautiful transitions, a shot showing a car's a separation from the a modern world. He is literally sailing away from his problems and his whole uh, life. However, he soon realized his escape is not a solitary one. After a terrible storm, the house finally lands near the Tupui, Tupay, the a giant a flat mountain that hosts a paralyzed falls. Carl and Russell face the harsh, beautiful nature of the plant. The house is damaged, and they now have to pull it across the land to complete Ellie's final goal. Uh, Here they made both Kevin, the giant, a kind of a bear, and a dog, the golden retriever with a special color that lets him speak. A dog and Kevin quickly become a, friends, which makes Russell happy. Carl, however, is a shock and wary of his strange new company. This is the start of their true journey as an unlikely team. Carl and Russell are sitting down for a formal dinner with Charles Mons. The scene is set in a Mons giant airship dining room, which is decorated with artifacts. A car is uh, thrilled to be with his hero, but the atmosphere is uh, tense. Emmons is a, polite and a but suspicious, forcing a girl to decide who is a true friend and who is an obsessed a, villain. In this final image, Carl has a completely e- embraced his new role as a grandfather, a figure to Russell, and Doug is a happy member of the family. They are sharing a quiet a moment outside a busy ice cream shop. A car has found a new purpose and a new family. The true adventure was not the place they went to, but the connections he made. This is uh, the very last shot. The house finally sits on the cliff, looking over a paradise. A falls. A car realized he fulfilled his promise in a different a way. He let go of the physical house because the memories and the love for Ellie are now a part of his new life with Russell and Doc. This is the quiet and happy a con a conclusion to a truly amazing start.
Okay, Ariana, congratulations. That was awesome. You prepared it really good. Congratulations again. Okay, I love your summary. You did it pretty good. It was so interesting. for sure. And I love that you explained the symbolism of the movie. I
Mm-hmm.
really appreciate it. It was great. Thank you. Thank you, Elena. Well done. I'm really proud of you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Your pronunciation, your fluently, your ideas, good execution. Well done, Ariana. But what a shame that Mr. Javier couldn't see this. It was pretty interesting, amazing. Well done. Okay, Ariana. So now we need to continue. Okay, so the idea today is to continue with speaking practice. Even though you did a pretty long practice, like more than 20 minutes. Good job. I really appreciate it. So I'm going to share my screen right now. Let me see here, but is this one here? So, as you know, when you finish this level, you're going to take the test Cambridge B2, right? So that's why
Yes.
in this book there's many examples as how every part of the test work. So in a speaking part for the examiner, ask you a question to find out your opinions of general topics related to part three. Part three was about the diet. Do you remember what we listened yesterday, I think?
Yesterday.
Yes, about the school,
Oh,
they
yeah.
teach through diet that they cook their own food. Okay.
Yes.
May also ask you to discuss question with other candidates and react to ideas and opinions which they express. We practiced this with Mr. Javier last week, I think. This part of the test, your ability to express and justify opinions, but you did it pretty good. Agree and disagree. This is important, right? So, here we have Martina and Miguel are answering an examiner's question in speaking part 4. Read the answers, ignoring the gaps, these gaps, and match the words and phrases in bold, this one, with the definition A from A to G. Sorry, I really hate this PDF. So we need to match these words. I'm going to highlight it, I think, these expressions. This one, sorry, this one, this one, and this one. I imagine this one with their definitions, okay? So let's start reading. I'm going to be the examiner and you're going to be Martina and Miguel. Okay, Ariana?
Okay.
Thank you. Let's start. Do you think fast food is bad for you?
I think it depends. I think the most important thing is to have a balance diet. You eat a variety of vegetables, meat, cereals, and so on. I'm not sure it matters so much how long it takes to prepare. I think the fast food is just a food which is prepared quickly. If you just live on what's it call it a junk food, for in instance, a hamburgers and pizzas and things like that. You probably need to go down and have a more balanced diet.
Okay. And Miguel, what do you think?
I agree with Martina. I think it's fine to eat fast food occasionally, or
Occasionally.
occasionally. You have to balance it with other things like a fresh a fruit and vegetables. Or in a season and a cut down on dairy products and fat. Also, I think that you eat is only one part of a healthy life.
Okay, before to start checking these meanings, I would like to hear your answer, your own answer, Ariana. What do you think about fast food? Do you think fast food is bad for you?
I think in general it is obviously because it's with a is made with a grease, but yeah, I think, but I hate it either way if it's bad for me, but only a few times in the month uh, and something like that.
Okay, thank you, Ariana. So you agree with these answers, right? And here I would like to highlight noted that Miguel started with I agree to show agreement.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with Martina, and then he developed his answer. Okay,
Yes.
let's start with this one. It says solid or liquid substance obtained from animals or plants and used especially cooking. Okay, here we have fat. In this case, the mineral fat is grasa, right? Grasa for this contest. Combination of the correct type and amount of food. What do you think?
Mm, eh, can you uh, return to back to the okay? Uh, I don't know if dairy products or a balanced size. Oh, correct types. A balanced size a a diet. A balanced diet.
Yes. Yes, yes, you're right. Let's say diet because it's too long.
Mm.
Let me see. Diet. Diet. Okay, you're right. So do less something. Let's check if there's a word for that.
Cut it down.
Yes. Cut down. Cut down. Okay, good job. Food that is unhealthy but is quick and easy to eat is the easiest one.
It's the uh, junk.
Junk.
If yes.
What is the meaning of junk?
Oh, I don't remember.
Chatarra.
Oh, yes, yes.
Junk food, comida chatarra, right? Okay. Okay, food made from milk, such as cream, butter, and cheese.
Uh, dairy products.
You're right. Absolutely right. Dairy products. Dairy products. Only eat a particular type of food.
Mm,
I think it's missing words. There's another word involved. No, right now. It's missing lifestyle. And okay, lifestyle. And live on. Okay, so what do you think? We have two options, lifestyle or live on.
live on.
Live on. Como vivir de. Live on. Okay. Some way of living, the thing that a person or particular group of people usually do. Way of living.
Lifestyle.
Lifestyle.
Yes.
Awesome, Mariana, you did it pretty good. Well done. You're on fire. Okay, let's check. Here. I really hate this PDF. Yes, I'm going up. Don't understand this. What happened here? It says, okay, we'll read this and match it. We already do this, right? Yes. Now it's supposed we're going to work on this. Complete Martin and Miguel's answer by writing a word or phrase from the box in the gaps. Then listen and check your answers. So I'm going to send you this chart or this box in the chat, and then we're going to look at the back, at the blanks, okay? So, chat. Here you are, Ari. Sorry, give me a moment. Okay, here you are. And let's check the gaps. So, okay, what do you think fast food is bad for you? Do you think fast food is bad for you? I think it depends. I think the most important thing is to have a balanced diet. So, what do you think? Which word fit in this blank? Is the more suitable?
Eh, w- mm,
Let me see. I'm going to open the image as well.
eh, which, which,
Let me see again. Sorry. Do-
you eat about which,
Which? I don't think so.
oh, okay. So and then
You're giving a reason.
I think
You're supporting this idea with an argue. You're giving a reason. Why?
because
Let's say
because
because we don't have the space enough space. Space is not enough. Okay. So cereals and so on. I'm not sure it matters so much how long it takes to prepare it. I think fast food is
but
bad. It's showing contrast. But I think fast food is just food which is prepared quickly. Okay, then is you if you live on
in other words,
noodle
no, or in other, on the other hand,
could be on the other hand because you're starting with a different idea, right? On the other hand, on the other hand, if you just live on what is called junk food, for instance, hamburger and pizza and things like that,
uh, what no, uh, uh, what no, what you probably know,
yes, we know
what
what you probably need.
what yes.
Let's say with what. What you lo que probablemente necesitas, lo que, could be what, lo que
Yeah.
probablemente necesitas es dejarlo hacer, ¿cierto? Parar, detenerlo, cortarlo y tener una letra más balanceada. Okay, so far so good. Let's continue. Now it says, Miguel, what do you think? I agree with Martina. I think it's fine to eat fast food occasionally.
Uh, in other uh, words,
Mm,
no, in other words, uh, which no,
no.
then
Them.
then
I mean, I think it is fine to eat fast food. Then you have to balance it with other things like fresh fruit and vegetables are in season.
which
Which, okay, sorry, cut down on daily products and fat. Also, I think that
other words, because it's the only one that
so maybe we may. Hmm. In other words, you eat it's only. No, maybe here's what. What you eat is only one part of your is a healthy life. So we need to change this one. For instance, hamburger and pizza and things like that. In other words, sorry, this is worse. You probably need to cut down and have more balanced diet. Okay, so far so good. Well done. So we complete this one and this one. So it says let's listen. It says then listen and check your answer. So let's check. Let's listen to make sure. So give me a moment. I'm going to open the track. I'm going to play the track. It's track 14. CD1, track 14. Here is this one. So let's listen.
Unit 4. Speaking Part 4. Exercise 2. Do you think fast food is bad for you?
I think it depends. I think the most important thing is to have a balanced diet. In other words, you eat a variety of vegetables.
Okay, here we have a mistake, right? So in other words, let me see. So misclicking. So in other words.
Meat, cereals, and so on. I'm not sure it matters so much how long it takes to prepare because I think fast food
Okay.
is just food
So because here we're giving a reason. Because fast food.
which is prepared quickly. On the other hand, if you just live on what's it called, junk food, for instance, hamburgers and pizzas and things like that, then you probably need to cut down and have a more balanced diet.
And Miguel,
Them.
what do you think?
I agree with Martina. I think it's fine to eat fast food occasionally, but you have to balance it with other things like fresh fruit and vegetables which are in season and cut down on dairy products and fat. Also, I think that what you eat is only one part of a healthy lifestyle.
I agree.
Okay, so we had some mistake, right? Some few mistake, but now it's completely okay. Thank you, Ariana. Okay, so let's continue. Answer. So now find words and phrases in Martin and Miguel's answer where they explain what mean using different words. Give a reason, give examples, balance one idea or opinion with another. So let's read and you let me know. Let's start with the first one. Let's do it in order. So explain what they mean using different words. Where?
I don't understand, like, what I have to.
Here in the reading, you need to look for words or phrases that they use to this. For example, explain what they mean using different words.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Um, a balance a diet.
Yes, that's the main idea. But how they display that in different words?
You eat a variety of vegetables, meats, cereals, and so on.
You're right. So in other words, they use the connection in other words. You eat,
Mhm.
you're right, a variety of vegetables, meat, cereals, and so on. Good
Yeah.
job. Then give a reason.
Mm, I think fast food is just a food which is
Yes,
prepared
quickly.
quickly.
You're right. Give examples.
Mm, for
For
instance, hamburgers
instance.
and pizzas.
Awesome. And finally, balance one idea or opinion with another.
Miguel, you have to balance it with other things like fresh fruit and vegetables.
Ariana, you're completely right. Good job. You're on fire. Well done. Congratulations. So now it says listening. Listen to Miguel and Martina answering the examiner next question and use given to mark where the pause. Okay, now let's start with something different. I'm going to ask you some questions, some basic questions, okay, to finish this speaking practice. Here I prepare some questions. Mm, let me look for a good question. Personal information. Okay, let's read it. Okay, have you ever had a part-time job? What do you do? The second one.
Well, uh, I don't think so, but I'm gonna tell something else. Um, part, part, um, uh, I've had a part-time job before. I work at a small cafe, uh, uh, mostly taking orders, making uh, drinks, and helping uh, customers. It wasn't super glamorous, but I actually learned a lot, uh, like uh, dealing with people, staying organized, and surviving a, a rush hours without uh, losing in my mind.
Okay, thank you. It's true, to service people is not easy. It's extremely difficult, actually. To deal with people is horrible. Okay, how do you usually prepare for exams or important projects?
Okay. Um. Okay. Uh, I usually prepare for exams or important projects by breaking everything into a small task. First, I check what I actually need to study or deliver. Then I make like a mindy, a small plan, so I don't freak out. I study a bit every day, make a quick notes, and review the parts I'm struggling uh, with. And if it's a project, I start with the hardest part, so the rest feels easier.
Okay, thank you. So next question. If you could visit any country, where would you go and why?
eh, would visit the country. Mm, um, I'd go to. I will go to a Japan. The mix of a futuristic cities, a nature, and a culture is insane.
Yeah.
Plus, the food looks amazing. I always dream to eat like there a tiny bowls of a a, a rice and things like that. I I would love to explore everything from Tokyo's chaos to I think it's called a Kayatos. A Kayatos. It just feels like a place where every a corner has a something super cool. It's see.
Okay, Ariana, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Ariana, thank you. That's all for today. Once again, you did pretty good. Excellent presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You can be proud of yourself. You're doing pretty good. Okay? Keep going. Ariana, have a nice weekend. See you on Monday and take care. Bye
Bye.
bye. See ya.